Hello, my name is Ameera Syafa Camilla. I'm usually called Ameera. I'm from Portugis culture class in University of Indonesia. And now I'd like to explain about the Nippo Jisho or Vocabulario da Língua de Japão. So, the connection between Portugal and Japan started in 1543, when Portuguese explorers landed in the southern archipelago of Japan, becoming the first Europeans to ever reach Nippon. This period of time is often entitled Nanban or South Barbarian Strait, when the Portuguese and the Japanese engaged in mercantile activities. The Portuguese founded the port of Nagasaki through the initiative of the Jesuit Gaspar Vilela and the daimyo Lord Omura Sumitada in 1571. As a result of the Portuguese arrival to Japan, after a continuous influx of trade between Asia and Europe, Japanese vocabulary absorbed words of Portuguese origin as well as Portuguese of Japanese. Among its great part, these words mainly refer to products and customs that arrived through Portuguese traders. Portuguese was the first Western language to have a Japanese dictionary. Japanese-Portuguese Dictionary or Nippo Jisho or Vocabulario da Língua de Japão, compiled by Jesuit missionaries such as João Rodrigues and published in Nagasaki in 1603. Containing entries for 32,293 Japanese words with explanation in Portuguese, it was the first ever dictionary of Japanese to a European language. The original publication uses the Latin alphabet exclusively without Japanese characters. Only 4 copies of the original 1603 edition exist. Facsimile editions were published in Japan in 1960 by Iwanami Shoten and again in 1973 and 1975 by Benseisha. The Benseisha reproduction is generally considered the clearer and more legible. A 1630 translation into Spanish was published in Manila, a 1869 translation into French, and a 1980 translation into Japanese by Iwanami Shoten also exists. No translation into English has been made. The Society of Jesuits, commonly known as the Jesuits, with the cooperation of Japanese people, compiled the dictionary over several years. They intended to serve the need of missionaries for language study and research. The Portuguese priest João Rodrigues is supposed to have been the main organizer of the project and its editor, having already published works like Arte da Língua de Japão and Arte de Breve da Língua Iapoa, explaining the Japanese language for missionaries. He was known among the Portuguese community as having the highest proficiency in Japanese. The approximately 32,000 entries are arranged alphabetically. Each word is displayed in the Latin alphabet according to Portuguese conventions of the late 16th century and explained in Portuguese. The dictionary's primary purpose was to teach missionaries spoken Japanese. As needed, the authors identify such things as regional dialect, written and spoken forms, women's and children's language, elegant and vulgar words, and Buddhist vocabulary. Many of these words had never been written in any known text before the Nippo Jisho was published. The system of romanization used by the Nippo Jisho also reflects the phonetics of 16th century Japanese or late Middle Japanese, which is not identical to modern Japanese. Both these points provide to present-day linguists a valuable insight into the Japanese language of the Sengoku period of Japanese history and how it has evolved into its modern form. The dictionary also yields information on rhyming words, individual pronunciation, meaning, usage, names of plants and animals, popular phrases, and customs of the times. Because this dictionary contains the earliest known written example of many words, Japanese language dictionaries often cite it as a primary source, such as the 14th volume Nihon Kokugo Daijiten, known in English as Shogakukan's Japanese Dictionary, published by Shogakukan.